All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here along with Ross Benjamin of rbwins.com for a Tuesday, December 15th. Hopefully you guys had yourself a good weekend. As always, folks, if you do enjoy these videos, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel by tapping the notification bell in the top right-hand corner. I'm always joined here by my good friend, co-host, Ross Benjamin. How you doing, Ross?
Good, Ron. How about yourself?
Yeah, you know what, Ross? It's getting a little cold here in Ottawa, but pretty good weekend. I got to take those when they come. I had 3-1 in college football on Saturday. Went 4-3 overall with the NFL. So really happy. My 5-star best bet with Georgia on Saturday was a winner, and gave out the over last night in that Monday Night Football.
Good
And
for you.
yeah, you know what? And I talked about it on the broadcast yesterday that there seems to be something in the water when you get two running teams going, that there's a mindset that game's going to go under. And I've noticed that all year. And I said, you know what? I think the over here is where I'm going to connect tonight. And get lucky once in a while, right?
Boy, oh boy, you see that safety at the end? I know some people were elated and some weren't too happy.
No, they weren't.
I don't know if you saw at the end when that happened, they showed that one Cleveland Browns fan and his buddies consoling him.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, that guy's not that upset just because the Browns lost. Right?
No.
Part of it's that, but he had the Browns plus 3.5 last night.
He looked like somebody just got dumped by his girlfriend for 3 years.
And all the conspiracy theories will come out again.
Absolutely. College basketball. You will have something today for college basketball.
I will. Yeah. I might have. I at least have one play, possibly up to 3 today, Ron.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right. Let's get into the NFL. Like Buffalo Bills. What can you say about our Bills, right? I was on the wrong side this week, and that's one of my top plays was Pittsburgh. But there's two quarterbacks watching Baker Mayfield last night and Josh Allen's that really took the next step. And those two quarterbacks to me have done taking that next step to being we look now at the top of the quarterbacks, Rodgers, Breeze, and Brady. Mahomes, Allen, and Mayfield might be somebody we keep talking about 10 years from now.
Yeah, Mahomes and Allen for sure. I want to see more from Mayfield. I mean, basically he's had 2 good games in a row, right, Ron?
Absolutely.
So it's Allen has been doing it all year, and Mahomes has been doing it for 2 years now. So I want to see more on Mayfield before I put him in that class. Lamar Jackson continues to be an exciting quarterback to watch, but again, I'm just not sold on his sustainability, Ron. Look, he had to leave the game last night, right? Because they're running him so much. So again, point well taken.
Do you see this? The AFC Championship odds?
Can you make them a little bigger for me?
Yeah, I can just hit the. Let me see how hit this button right here. There, how about that?
There we go. Absolutely.
Perfect.
All
right. Mr. Magoo can see now, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So I thought we would give out a free pick today, Ross, on the AFC NFC Championship and maybe a Super Bowl look ahead. Looking at the AFC, man, I've been saying for a long time, watch out for Miami. I've been saying that since week 2. This weekend they get, Kansas City. Kansas City reminds me, in Milwaukee, they got that sausage run, they dress them up. And then they got that Superman that gives them like a 300-yard meter head start.
Yeah.
That's Kansas City. They just come from, they give teams these 14-point leads and they say, okay, you know what? Enough messing around. Here we go. Miami, good. Again, they capitalize on a lot of defensive turnovers. I don't think at plus 3,000 I would look at them, but you know what? Buffalo Bills plus 500. That's where I've already got a Pittsburgh Steelers futures ticket on a Super Bowl, but Buffalo Bills 500 is what I'm going to probably buy this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to go through Kansas City, but right now, the way it stands, I mean, Buffalo wins out. Pittsburgh's going to be hard-pressed to win 4 in a row based on what we saw the last 2 weeks, right, Ron? I mean, their defense is still very good, but, I mean, they can't run the football. And that dink and dunk passing game that they have where they don't stretch the field vertically, I don't know. See, Buffalo really exposed that the other day and laid a blueprint there, how to stop this team. I'll tell you one team that I'm going to really take a hard look at is the Indianapolis Colts at plus 1,200.
Yeah,
they could beat anybody in a tournament. So, I mean, I say that because offensively and defensively, they're pretty balanced. There's not a lot of weaknesses there. Now they have given up some yards and points in a couple games, but at the end of the day, when their defense has a bad day, could the offense pick them up? And they've proven that time and time again that they could do so. They had that one bad game against Tennessee at home, but that's a scary team at plus 1,200. I'm not saying they're the favorite or they're a shoe-in. I'm saying in terms of pure betting value at plus 1,200, I would take a look at that. Miami at plus 3,000, forget it.
Yeah.
Because again, Ron, they've played 5 winning teams this year. That 5 teams that currently have a winning record. Their defense, which gets a lot of accolades, well, they've given up 400 plus yards in all 5 games against winning teams. That's not going to get it done.
Yeah.
So,
And Indianapolis, Tennessee is the same type of team, but Indy's got a better defense.
yeah, exactly. That was going to be my point. Sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at the, let me see. That was the NFC. I'm just going to close that. And let me see here. Bring up the, okay. Do you see this here? 1 second here. How about this? Do you see the NFC here?
No, I do not.
No? Okay. Do a screen share on this. We'll get there. Screen share. NFC. All right. How about this?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So you got a couple of teams here. I'm still going to ride the Rams. I really like Los Angeles. I've said it since, about 2 months ago, that defense. It's just the inconsistency of that offense that will pull your hair out. But they got a great coach in McVay. And that defense, they proved it last Thursday against a New England team that's not really up to par this year, but they still got a great coach. I think the Rams here at plus 400 is a ticket that people should be buying.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you would have asked me before you even said that, that's the direction I would say in terms of value goes, Ron. Yeah, that's what does frustrate you is you want to see more consistency from that Rams offense because their defense is championship caliber in every sense of the word. Their offense, I mean, look, they've put up a lot of points and yards in certain games this year, but then they'll lay an egg the next week, and it just makes you scratch your head. I think the one enigma with the Rams offense is their inability to stretch the field vertically, Ron.
Yeah.
Their receivers are not the type that are going to beat you 30, 40 yards down the field. They may get 30 or 40 yards on a bubble screen or a run after catch. But you know what I'm trying to say, Ron? They're lacking that, like when they had Brandon Cooks, that one guy that could stretch the field vertically, take the top off a defense, and keep a defense honest. They don't have that. But having said that, I don't like the Green Bay Packers defense. I don't like the Seattle Seahawks defense. Tampa Bay, that's a team at plus 550. It's just that you want to see more consistency from them. And if you haven't seen it to this point, then you're probably not going to see it. And look, they came off a win against Minnesota on Sunday, a game I had Minnesota, by the way, so it's going to sound like sour milk. But at the end of the day, your field goal kicker goes 0 for 3, Dan Bailey, and misses an extra point. A whole different game if you had any kind of adequate field goal kicking in that game. And not only did he miss those 3 kicks, they were closer to the pylon than they were to the crossbar.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. No, I agree. And you can't love everything, right? So so Bills and Rams right now, that's where I'm looking at. The next one, let's take a look at the Super Bowl odds. Can you see that?
Yes. Yes, now I can.
Okay, yeah, just a little. All right, so Super Bowl. Sticking with those 2 teams, Buffalo $1,100 and the Rams we're just trying to find them right here. There, $1,000. Those are 2 tickets I think might be worth a look here to win the Super Bowl. I've already got the Steelers on a futures ticket that pays $5,400. It was $3,200 or something, or 20. Anyway, the total is $5,400 for a $200 bet. So that's a nice little ticket.
27 to 1 then plus 2,700. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll see where that goes. I don't like the way their offense has played the last couple of games, but it's they're not going to be the 72 Dolphins and go 16-0.
Yeah, but you might be in a situation to hedge with them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because they're going to be a tough out because of their defense, and you still got Big Ben as long as he's healthy. I know he didn't have a good game against Buffalo on Sunday night, but he's still Big Ben. He's played in a lot of pressure situations. Yeah, the Bills are very enticing at plus 1100, but again, I think I'm not so concerned about them going to the number 2 seed because home field advantage isn't going to be a big deal this year. But again, ultimately, they're going to have to win at Kansas City. Even though the home field doesn't take precedence there, they still, I think Kansas City can get fans in there at 15,000 or 20,000 or so. But yeah, I like Buffalo. And then I would also, again, as a long shot, take a look at Indianapolis at plus 2,500.
Yeah. You
So
know
in
what?
the NFC, Ron, I was looking yesterday. The NFC, 10 of 16 teams have a losing record right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Where in the AFC, you have 9 of 16 that have winning records. So there's a lot of parity in the NFL, but there's not a lot of parity in the NFC. So
Awesome. Hey, great selections, Ross. I like that Indianapolis pick. Like I said, they don't have the defense like they have a better defense than Tennessee. Tennessee was something I'm looking at, but that defense is just no way. There's no way I can back that defense for Tennessee. All right, Ross, college basketball for a Tuesday, December 15th. You will have selections up tonight?
yes, I will. You can get those at atsstats.com. My college basketball 10-star top plays are 9-1 with my last 10. Also going back to last year, we're 55-33 with our last 88 in college basketball with our 10-star top plays. I'll have at least one, if not up to 3 today in college basketball up at atsstats.com, Ron.
Awesome. And I will have my college football picks up on probably Thursday, along with my NFL. And you can get that. And also, you can get a subscription at atsstats.com. And folks, if you're interested in a parlay calculator, check out parlaycalculator.com. That's where you can count all those payouts, and you can dream big when you start playing with those parlay calculators. All right, Ross, have yourself a great rest of your Ruby Tuesday. As always, folks, shop for value, play for percentages. This was the Raymond Report for Tuesday, December 15th. Cheers.